Welcome back. CVM TV has been asking our viewers across our digital platforms, who do you think would make a better Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade? Across all platforms, Government Senator and current Portfolio Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith emerged as the overwhelming favourite over Opposition Shadow Minister Dr. Angella Browne Burke. On Facebook, Johnson-Smith secured 65%, while Dr. Browne Burke received 35%. On Instagram, Johnson-Smith stretched her lead with 76% to Dr. Browne Burke's 24%. On X, formerly Twitter, Johnson-Smith dominated with 87% compared to Dr. Browne Burke's 13%. On YouTube, the current minister again came out on top, polling 73% against Dr. Browne Burke's 27%. Now, when the numbers were tallied, the overall result showed Johnson-Smith with 75% and Dr. Browne Burke with 25%. I am Curlin Browne, and we begin with news on the political scene. The Jamaica Debates Commission has announced the dates for the political debates following a meeting with the two major political parties earlier on Friday. The debates, which will be staged at the Creative Production and Training Centre, CPTC, in Kingston, will be on August 23, the 26th and the 28th. The debates will focus on social issues and the economy and will culminate in a leaders' debate between the heads of the JLP and the PNP. Now, the first and second debates will each feature a three-person team. All three debates will last for 90 minutes. What happens when children of politicians step into politics themselves, all while raising children of their own? Well, in part two of our CVM News series, Generations in Politics, Amoy Harriet speaks with some politicians about the double duty of parenting and public service.
So he was always all about Jamaica, and totally committed, and basically campaign on his performance and his plans, which is what I do.
Long-serving member of the Jamaica Labour Party, Darrell Vaz, reflecting on the legacy of his father. The late Douglas Vaz was a prominent JLP member during the Edward Seaga administration in the 1980s. Younger Vaz recalls that his earliest memories of politics came through his father.
So I would have campaigned with him. I was 13 years old at the time. So I'd have campaigned with him between 76 and 80, which is one of the most toughest periods of politics in Jamaica as a result of the state of emergency and, of course, the level of political tribalism and violence that was taking place during that period.
Like Mr. Vaz, there are others in politics who share DNA with current or former politicians, a trend that has long been condemned by critics who argue that public office shouldn't be treated like a family business. Mr. Vaz sees things differently.
A parent who is a lawyer, whose child becomes a lawyer, or a doctor whose child becomes a doctor, or an entrepreneur, there's no difference. Politics is a profession, and the fact of the matter is, if your parents or a parent is involved and you so get exposed to it and you like it as a career, then as long as you do it for the right reasons, and that is to improve the life of people and to serve your country.
But what happens when children of politicians become politicians themselves and parents? Mr. Vaz explained balancing leadership and life at home. He referenced what he describes as the current vicious nature of representational politics.
And it must have an impact on the generations to come, because certainly for my 5 children, they are, traumatized at what has been done to their mother and myself, who my wife joined in 2019, so it's 2 of us. And of course, they can't wait for the day that we come out and they get back their parents fully undivided attention.
For Mikhail Phillips, son of former People's National Party leader Dr. Peter Phillips, it's a familiar story.
As a parent now, myself, it has not been easy on my own children. Having their father in politics. I have 2 daughters, and I've been in politics from they were 4 and 2 years old. Yeah, so it has not been easy for me, and I know it hasn't been easy on my own children.
But he notes it's these children who drive his passion for public service.
Especially when you become a parent, you recognize how much it is that you want a country that doesn't only represent you and your family and that safe space for yourself and your family, but there's a bigger family out there, which is the Jamaican population. And, we could selfishly do things that is just to the benefit of us. But if you do that, then what happened to the rest of the country? And I guess I was able to learn that because of the role my father has played in the development of the country.
Amoy Harrod reporting for CVM News.
It was a political theatre in full colours as the PNP took its Western St. Thomas tour to the people, with candidates and party leaders firing a series of sharp critiques at the government. Raymond Morrison has that story.
The campaign trail in St. Thomas Western turned into a war of words, with PNP caretaker and former mayor of Morant Bay, Hubert Ryan Williams, pulling no punches.
There's no way Lion Anjo can beat for a good leader. Miguelites, I know we have a water problem, don't ya? But you no worry yourself. Pretty soon the water problem I go fix. Me I telling you, 6 months after me turn member of parliament, if you no leave you no pipe on and left you no house, when you no come back, you no house I go flood out.
And the blows kept coming.
The next PNP administration will pass the people's test with a A+. Because we understand the people reality. We understand the bread and butter issue. We understand that $16,000 can't buy grocery for your household. We understand the Pitney African school. Because what I see this administration doing is just a heat of food. But we understand a time for the people of Jamaica eat for their food.
Even the school bus program wasn't spared, dismissing the vehicles as old and unfit for purpose.
We don't want no school bus. We advance on tire. We are blow out as the liquor patrol.
Party President Mark Golden then picked up the mic, using the platform to clap back at the JLP Communication Task Force, which claimed the PNP's manifesto was written by ChatGPT.
They might try to say it's generated by AI and all kind of foolishness. I can tell you the process by which our manifesto was developed. We had a series of retreats of the shadow cabinet over the last 2 years. Each member of the shadow cabinet was a portfolio responsibility, was required to make a presentation. And they did. We recorded all of those things in a matrix. And then we chose the things that we thought were workable and made sense and would have the biggest positive impact for the people of Jamaica. And the other things were parked.
He also addressed the recent online buzz over his outfit at the 63rd Independence Grand Gala, where critics said his attire resembled the uniform of a local security company. And, in what one would see as quintessential comrade style, Golden flipped the script, promising policy that could win security personnel to the PNP side.
Big up all security guard in Jamaica. And in fact, in our manifesto, we're going to remove the overtime pay tax from security guards as well as all public sector workers. So security guards, you have a reason to vote for the People's National Party.
St. Thomas Western is currently represented by the JLP's James Robertson, who is seeking a 6th term. Raymond Morrison, CVM News.
And the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, the KSAMC, is promising to breathe new life into the Duhaney Park recreational ground